Yo, what's up? It's Skinny Jean Gardener, and this is this week's Skinny Jean Gardener news. Garden Bridge special. So, what are we talking about? We're talking about the garden bridge in London that's going to be built. Here's a few photos or a few pictures of it to see what we're going to look at in the future, possibly. So, Thomas Heatherwick is that geezer there, I reckon. He is the designer of the bridge. And then we've got Dan Pearson. He is the garden designer. And then Arup is the bridge engineer and lead consultant. What is the garden bridge? Well, the garden bridge is a new 366 metre long footbridge. It's going to obviously have a garden on it and going to be open from 6 a.m. till midnight. A free and open route to all. So, saying here on Garden Bridge London that south end's going to be more relaxed, aesthetic, featuring plants reflecting South Bank's marshland. The north end is going to be a temple garden. Inspired by a temple garden. My mistake. This is like a pro website because it says 78% of Londoners support the garden bridge. That was in July 2015. That was ages ago, people. Ask them again. Okay, so there's a Mythbuster part on the website. Obviously, I won't go through it all, but 78% of the cost will come from private sources, which means we'll only pay about 40 million once the 20 million is... Well, it gets very confusing. But basically, 60 million is public funded, with 20 million of that being repaid to Transport of London. But they are still looking for 56 million. So it's where's that coming from? There's no answer to that right now. I'm going to warn you right now, this could be quite a long Insta stories. Thanks for watching. Look, I won't go through all of these because obviously it's very pro and saying, yeah, everything's fine, all is good. But if you want to read more, go to gardenbridge.london and you'll be able to look at the Mythbuster. So let's flip it and check out a bridgetofar.co.uk and see what they think. I'm thinking they don't like it. So going in hard here, there's Boris, there's designer and Lumley. Apparently Joanna Lumley is Boris's mate. And it's something they've dreamed up together. And it says here the price has ballooned from 60 million to 170. Let's look at the issues. Interestingly, it says that 90% of residents around that area didn't even hear about the bridge and have very little knowledge about it. So I don't know how 78% of Londoners supported it. I don't know what's going on. Abuse of public money, 60 million of the public money obviously going to it. It does say 30 million here coming from transport, but the other website did say that they're going to pay that back. So who's telling the truth? Other issues here, and one that I've just checked out is the maintenance. Who's paying for the maintenance? They said it's going to cost about 3.5 million a year to maintain the bridge. It's a good question. Who's paying? If you want to find out the other side of the story, check out abridgetofar.co.uk. I'm not going to go through it all, but there's some interesting stuff on here. Let's see what the papers say. Hold up, Giles Fraser in The Guardian. Right, I'm going to flick down to it, but it says because it's not totally publicly funded, they can close the bridge whenever they want and just do like, it says something about the rich being able to party on it or something. It's closed for... them city banks and ad agencies to have their corporate soirees to impress their friends. Well, that'll impress them. Here we go. BBC even saying the same thing about bridges that are shut for parties are not brilliant, but actually the Trust says they'll only be shut for 12 evenings a year. Well, we'll see what happens. See why everyone's kicking off, because £37 million worth of public money has already been spent on just like designs and all the jibber jabber. So it's quite a lot of money to invest already from us. Just having a little look on the RHS website and just looking at the garden timeline of this. 1998 this was brought up, and they reckon by 2018 there'll be trees on it. If you want to find out a bit more information, check out the RHS website. They've got some good stuff on it. Nothing against it, obviously, because The RHS Executive Vice President, Jim Gardner, is a trustee. So, he's not going to say anything bad, is he? Little look at the Independent talking about it, and they're mentioning that the Garden Bridge is being put in the wrong place because there's no need for a bridge, basically. It's still got to be used as a transport link, I suppose. Finally, one more last look at The Guardian. They're talking about the public funds again. There seems to be a lot of questions about where the money's going and how it's being spent and what of ours is being used. So what do you think about it, Lee? How can we be moaning about a green space being put into London? It's going to be an attraction for London, and it's going to be an amazing space. By the look of the pictures and everything, it sounds amazing. Have I said amazing? I like it. There are obviously negatives to it. So, like with any project, money sort of disappears into the wrong hands. Obviously, that's going to happen. Also, we're going to end up paying quite a bit for it. That's just the way it is. Look at the Millennium Dome. Also, I don't know if you've been over a bridge in London before, but it's quite crammed. I don't know what this one's going to be like, but I know that most people would rather go over a garden bridge than a normal bridge, so it's going to be even more jammo. If there was a fence on the bridge, I'd be sitting on it. If you've managed to get this far into the Insta stories, thanks for watching, and let me know what you think of the Garden Bridge. Comment below, comment somewhere on social media, Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff.